Good day, ladies and gentlefish. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. I'm here in the Object 416 on an encounter battle in Sacred Valley, doing a medium tank mission. The title of this video is going to be called Mission Possible for a reason. Now, this isn't any exceptionally difficult medium tank mission. This is MT-10 Good Hit, which is the 10th mission of the T-28 concept missions. I am already on the T-28 concept missions. I will talk about my adventures in the Stug 4 missions after this battle when we get back to the garage. But I thought I'd open it up with just a little bit of gameplay here. In the 416, not fully upgraded. I'm missing the Top Gun. The Top Gun is supposedly fantastic. It's a Tier 9, almost Tier 10 gun. It's a very good gun with very good DPM. So that's what makes this tank, and I don't have it yet. So I'm waiting for the day. There's a Leopard. Bounced off his turret because I only have 175 millimeters of penetration. Apparently the Leopard is turret armor of a freaking KV-4. There we go. Finish him off with the second shot. Looks like our team's pushing hard north. We do have a couple things on the hill. Where'd that Chaffee go? Looks like I have been bamboozled. I don't know why I'm floating mid here. I don't normally float this far mid. I usually hang back a bit more. But I'm being a bit aggressive with the rest of our team here. Can I spot that lurver? I don't think I have the... I'm Russian, so I would assume I don't have the view range to spot that lurver. So it looks like we ran into a little bit of a halt up north with a WZ-111, which was a premium tank that pretty much anyone could unlock if you got a bunch of XP in different nations. I unfortunately was not really into World of Tanks at the time that mission was going on, so I missed out on a free Tier 8 premium, which makes me sad, but oh well. I shall get Tier 9 premiums instead. T-55A. A lot of people have already been kind of complaining that these missions... The people that do have the Stug 4 already are saying that the, Rheinmetall, that the T-28 concept missions are impossibly difficult. Well, from what I've seen, there's only like a handful that are unbearably hard. Everything else is pretty easy. I mean, it's going to take a couple games and some luck and a couple good games to get them, but they definitely are not impossible. And I did run into some troubles with the Stug 4 missions, which I will discuss, like I said, because they had some tough ones. Some of those heavy tank missions were giving me a run for my money, and it got irritating really quickly. What's with all the Chaffies? Put one in the Chaffee. There's the GW Panther. Oh, look, he's looking my way. No, he's not. Chaffee wants some of me. I missed. The Rheinmetall already put a big shot at me. It looks like he was using the big boy gun. I need to get out of here. I don't know why I'm getting myself stuck here. That was a beautiful on-move shot. Left him with 1 hit point. I got myself into a bad situation there, and I took a lot of unnecessary damage. I didn't know you could go this far up on this little hill. This is kind of useful. If I could spot that lurver that was over there, I might be able to get shots on him. There he is. I didn't think that one was going to hit, but it ended up connecting. Do I have a shot on the Tiger 2? No. Do have a shot on the... That one missed. Got to go a bit further back. There we go. Right as he's crossing the bridge, let's put this really good DPM to work here if we can. Before he gets all the way across. Nope, not enough time to grab him. That lurver looks like he's about to do the same exact thing. And it's going to cost him his life just like it did the 112. Yeah, the 112. That lurver doesn't look like he wants any. He's backing up now. He's getting shot from all over the place. He is looking my way. I don't think I'm lit, though. I'm behind a couple layers of concealment here. Pretty sure he's looking at the Bulldog. He would have shot me by now if I was lit. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no. The freaking Rheinmetall just fired. I did not know we had lost this hill. I only have a couple seconds left here before he's reloaded. Grab him. I know that Lurver's going to be looking my way. I do believe I have a rock between me and him. I do. M12 up on top of the hill. Let's see if we can't get some crossfire on this Lurver. We can. No, we did. That one goes low, unfortunately. As he backs off now. So let's go see if we can't deal with this M12 without getting blasted by his gun. 41 HP remaining, so even the slightest splash, and I'm in a bad situation. Meaning, back in my garage. I really want to get some crossfire on this low, as he is on very low health. The M12 is not looking my direction, so I'm going to seize the opportunity here. Oh, he grabs the Bulldog, tries to make a run for it. I'm going to say no. No running for you. This is coming down to the wire. I didn't even realize. I need to make a move here. Oh, no. How was I still lit? What? I have no idea how I was still lit. Darn it. Oh well, mission completed nonetheless. Dang, I had no idea how I was still spotted there. That's disappointing. Oh well, see, so here's a look at the little mission completion screen. This was one of the mid-tier missions for the medium tank one, so I got 2 large repair kits, 2 med kits, and 2 fire extinguishers. So those are very useful. I do run those on a couple of my tanks. And a crap ton of credits as well. Let's go ahead and click out of the screen, take a look at our stats here for that game. Second on the team, behind the Bulldog. The Bulldog had an excellent game. Well done to him. I didn't know that Lurver still had me lit. That was unfortunate judgment by my part. Second on the team in both experience and damage, just behind the Bulldog. Not bad at all. The Rheinmetall carried so hard, and I was the one that killed him. Rip. But I believe my mission was do 9 penetrating hits and then win the battle. So that was my mission, and it was accomplished. Object 416. Still working on that top gun. So yeah, that was the Object 416. A very nice, low-profile, stealthy little medium tank that with a top gun can do a lot of damage. So let's talk about the missions here. We'll go to the missions tab, which you see missions, new missions available. And I'm on Operation T-28 Heavy Tank Concept. So let's look here. So you have the Strook 4, which everyone automatically has unlocked and you can start doing missions for. Now what I did with the Strook 4 is I'm not a big light tank driver. And some of these light tank missions are very, very difficult. And the way they're worded, you have to do such a specific amount of things that it will take you dozens of games to finally get them. As well as something like do at least 5,000 hit points of spotting damage. Nuh-uh. No thank you. That would take me so long and I don't have any high tier scouts. So instead what I decided to do was get completed with honors on all of the other missions. So the medium tanks, for example, completed with honors. Destroy 2 enemy tank destroyers and survive the battle. Completed with honors, you get an extra commendation. If you need 20 commendations to unlock the tanks. You get the commendations by completing the last missions. You get an extra commendation if you get you complete them with honors. So you normally get 4 commendations and a couple other bonuses, and then you get an extra commendation if you complete with honors. So I decided to go ahead and complete all of the other missions with honors. Heavy tanks. Damage caused, damage received, and damage blocked by armor must total at least 8,000 hit points and win the battle. This was a very difficult one for me. It took me 2 days to do of solid driving of the FE215B, which is the British heavy tank at tier 10. I did tier 10 purely because there's a lot bigger guns in the fight, so there's a lot more opportunity to bounce big damage shots and do a lot more damage as well. Though I discovered today, I think it was my first or second game in my KV4 that I did 8,000 damage total. And I was like, yep, that's really disappointing. So I could have been doing the KV4 the whole time, but, you know, oh well, it's done with and over now. And then win the battle is your completed with honors. Tank destroyers, this one was easy. This one was really easy. Cause at least 4,000 hit points of damage to enemy vehicles, and then destroy an enemy vehicle for the secondary conditions. So that was nice and easy, no problems there. And then the last one was the artillery, which I'm not a huge artillery player, but I do have a couple mid-tier artilleries that are pretty good. And it's be the top 3 players on your team by experience and damage caused, have at least, or cause at least 2,000 hit points of damage, and then survive the battle for your extra commendation. So I did all those 5 commendations for 4 sets, and ended up getting the Stug 4, which can be seen here. Now the thing about these premium vehicles is these are not your classic premium vehicles. They are not unlocked. I mean, because they're not purchased, they don't give you a lot of free money, basically. So, for example, if I take a look at my TOG or something, this has premium money earning. So you're going to earn a lot extra money in the TOG than you are a vehicle that's not premium money earning, like the VK for 302D. So this is a mix of both. This is a premium and a mix of a non-premium. You can swap crews without penalty. You can accelerate crew training without penalty or anything like that. It comes fully upgraded, all that jazz, no extra modifications you can do to it. You can see everything's already fully unlocked, only one option for each. But it doesn't earn you extra credits. So that's kind of the downside, but they still are really cool tanks. All the tanks in the group are really cool and are very unique. The Stug 4 does have that spaced armor on the side, so it's really good against fighting like M4 Shermans with the howitzers. As well as it's very stealthy. I had a couple good games in that tank where it's very low profile. It's got a very good gun, especially if you're shooting a little bit of premium ammunition. It's got a very good DPM as well, especially at tier 5. So it's very stealthy, very sneaky, very pew 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 from a very long range. It's very good at that. And so that's what I've been doing in that tank. And it's a fun little tank. I've only had it for about a day, but I definitely enjoy it. And then we have the next tier up is a tier 7 premium. Or I guess it's like the mixed premium, like I said, same kind of thing, is the T28 heavy tank concept. Which, if we look at the stats here, is a very interesting tank for tier 7. You have 203 millimeters of frontal hull armor. I assume there's going to be quite a few weak spots, but generally speaking, that's pretty strong for tier 7. You have, it takes a standard kind of American 105 gun, very slow top speed, very slow traverse speed, all that kind of jazz. But if you look at the picture of it, look how the gun is placed. It's like on a massive pencil mount that can do almost 270 degrees of rotation. It's absurdly, like, very good at traversing. I don't know what this thing's deal is, but I'm curious to see if it can actually do that, because it can essentially shoot behind it with a front-mounted pencil gun. That's pretty interesting. It's kind of like the ELC's turret. Think of it that way. The ELC's turret can only move, it can't do 360. It can only go from about here to here. It doesn't do full traverse. Well, the T28 concept can do that, but more. It can almost do like a full fan. So imagine like one of those little, like a kind of a collapsible fan. That kind of folds all the way out and goes a little bit behind itself, so it does more than a 180. That's what this gun does. Well, by the look. So I'm curious to see if it can actually do that. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of people think these missions are very difficult, and they're not. I've already completed quite a few, and quite a few with honors. They aren't incredibly difficult. They just will kind of take right circumstances to get right. Like this one, Heavy Tank 15. You have to do and receive 10,000 hit points of damage and then win the battle. That's a very, very good game in the 215B or like the STI or something, which I'm working on. Medium Tank 15, destroy 3 enemy tank destroyers. That's a good carry right there. Survive and win the battle. Once again, that's got to be a good carry game where you do a lot of damage, get a lot of kills, and manage to pull it out in the end. I'm not even going to look at the light tanks ones because I'm not interested. cause 5,000 hit points of damage to an enemy vehicle and destroy 2 vehicles. Driving pretty much any of my tank destroyers, that's easy. That is honestly easy. And then SPG 15, you do 2,000 hit points of damage and be among the top 3 players on both teams by experience earned and damage caused. So it's really not that difficult. I'm interested to see what the T-55A missions are like, but I'm looking forward to getting more into these T-28 concept missions and completing them and receiving this tank, because I honestly want to be one of the first people that can get their hands on it, because it looks really fancy. Right, so let's go ahead and hop into a game, a replay here with the Stug 4. But I was just talking about, playing it stealthy, all nice and fancily, and show off the first of the personal mission premium tanks. So let's go. And here we are in the Stug 4, which is a German Tier 5 tank destroyer. Some of the cool things about the Stug 4 or the Stug 3G, which is kind of its sister tank at Tier 5 for the Germans, is its side skirts. And these side skirts are very good against defending against specific rounds such as heat or high explosive. They pretty much negate their effects as an armor penetrator or whatever. So they're actually very useful, and they're not too bad at side scraping, because you do have a massive spaced armor skirt on the side of your tank that pretty much covers the whole side of it. Now, the gun is not the same gun you get on the Stug 3G at the very top. It's the one below that. I think it does about 125 pen, 125 damage. Sorry, I think it's like 115 pen. But it's not terrible, but it's not quite as good as the Stug 3G's gun, which is like a tier 6 gun, tier 7 gun, and it's a very good gun. But this gun still gets the job done very well, as you're about to start seeing. I am bouncing off tanks, especially things like KV-1s or turrets. It doesn't have that extra little bit of pen to kind of override all their armor, but it does get the job done. As you can see, I can get off a lot of rounds very quickly, and this is without any sort of gun rammer or 100% crew. Actually, no, that's incorrect. It does have 100% crew. Why? Because it comes with it. As the reward tank, it does come with a 100% crew ready to go and ready to fully upgrade, so that's really nice. But yeah, the DPM is very, very good on this tank. So, what am I doing in this game? It doesn't have armor. Simple as that. It doesn't have a whole lot of it, I should say. So I'm sitting back here, sitting back from some concealment so I can shoot through it without getting spotted. I have it on all different sides of me, and I'm essentially trying to hold down this side on Siegfried Line. Because normally a lot of tanks do tend to come over the hill, kind of on the ABC line, as well as right up the middle here and head right into the town. So that's what I'm trying to lock down here. Some pretty good targets I'm actually getting, but my shots either aren't connecting or I'm hitting friendlies. Firing into the engine deck of a KV-1, and suddenly a wild Sherman appears. Hello! And I may have team killed him. Entirely unintentional. I had no idea he was going to come whizzing around the corner and jump right in front of my shell. Not much I could do there, unfortunately. My spot has been holding up. I haven't really been doing anything all too productive thus far. It's a 75 current lead. I look over here towards the Churchill because I see he might be having some problems. I think there's a Stuart and a Cromwell, and that's their only tier 6. And the Cromwell's a very good tank and can easily out 1v1 a Churchill. Try to lead my shot there, and the 75mm round does not quite have the velocity to get there as quickly. Now, if that was my Centurion with the 105, that round would have been there pretty much instantly. But I didn't lead it enough, and that doesn't matter. I went ahead and killed the Cromwell. So now I'm back to 0 kills, because I made up for that very unfortunate team kill. And they don't have a whole lot of tanks left, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and be a bit aggressive. All the remaining tanks are on the south side of the map by the looks. Their Arty has not been spotted, so I could very easily try to go for Arty. I don't think they spawn up north too often, but I'm not quite sure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to cross into the field and come up kind of over a ridge on a hill and see if I cannot get shots on that KV-1. which currently is putting up a bit of a fight right in the middle of the map there, as you can see. And suddenly, any second now. It's a pretty quick tank as well. It's not very slow. It's got some good maneuverability to it. I start to reload APCR for the KV-1, and all of a sudden, ding 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 ding. Oh crap. Artie. So I reload the armor piercing. I start to swerve all over the place because either of those artillery pieces could easily one-shot me. So I'm swerving, I'm bobbing and weaving. Artillery takes out the M41. On the move fire, hit the grill. The grill returns fire and misses. Now at this point, the KV-1's actually shooting high explosive at me. Kill the grill. Look towards the Electo. Put a one-shot to the Electo. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get a couple more shots in the Electo, repair, back up, get tracked again by the KV-1. If it wasn't for these side skirts, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead by this point. The Stug 3 may have died in this kind of situation. I'm not too sure, but I think they definitely did help. Tracks are up, bringing the gun around, and just shooting regular armor piercing. Can I get the kill? Oh, right through the turret ring is what it looked like. And there is the kill, and it looks like one of our tank destroyers took out the Electo. So, M8A1 is all that is left, and what the actual... Where did you come? He's all the way back behind our spawn, trying to go after our artillery. You sneaky little tank destroyer. That should probably be a light tank. I honestly have no idea how he managed to sneak around that entire flank. I guess he went down the 9 line when no one was looking. You cheeky little piece of crap. So, using this thing's speed, which it actually has plenty of, I'm trying to get over there before he can kill any more artillery. I'm racing against a Marder 38T as well as our friendly artillery to try to kill this guy. The rest of our team's too far back into the town to be of any use. Marder 38T is trying to crest over. I don't know where he's going to be at. He's probably hiding somewhere in the bushes back there. So what I'm going to try to do is move up to some bushes, so hopefully I don't get spotted, because I am on relatively low health. But let's push up here. Oh, there he is. Stop. Zoom. Fire. One hit. His shot goes low, and finish him for 3 kills according to World of Tanks, but it was actually 4. Thank you, M4 Sherman, for being a dirt. And that is going to wrap up this episode of World of Tanks. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Expect the T-28 concept mission sometime in the future. Lord only knows how long that will take me to complete. But once again, thanks guys. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.